So welcome. My question for you today is, well, it's more actually of a statement and a question, and it's 9 out of 10 goal setters can't overcome procrastination on their own. Are you one of them? And the reason why this is so important for me to share it with you is because I know that with 9 out of 10 of my clients who come to me, they think they know what's holding them back. When we do the work, we actually get to the real root cause of what that is. So what I want to share with you is what the problem is not, so you can stop wasting your time and energy trying to do that and give you some heads up about how to discover what it really is that's holding you back, so that you can actually live out and realize your dreams, whatever they may be, in the personal realm or the business realm, whether it's manifesting money or goals or projects or, whatever it is for you. And whatever that is for you, I'd love to hear about it. So what are your goals? Drop them down below. And what would it look like in your world? You don't have to answer this one down below, but this is a question for you. What would it look like in your world to actually realize them with ease and with joy? Would it feel a whole lot better, a lot more confidence, and you could quantum leap into the next thing as well that brings you joy and meaning and fulfilling for your life? So let's get straight into it. What I want to share with you is some of the things that are not the real root cause. They may be elements that are important to address, but they're really still more of a symptom than the actual root cause. So one of the key things that I hear all the time is it's holding me back because I have poor time management. That's one of the things. And I'm telling you, it's not even that. It's one of those skill sets that is important to have. But isn't it true that when something's important to you and you're emotionally connected to it, there's just this miracle of being inspired into motion and you get it done. The things that are most important to you, you'll get them done. Not just the most important, but most important, and they're emotionally prioritized, right? So just log that one in there. Another one that I hear from people is say, oh, what's holding me back? And they will say, and I'll ask them that question and they'll say, I don't have enough money. Not enough money is just another resource, right? There is so much money available and you don't even need all the time money to move forward. Money is a very valuable commodity. It's something that's required in this 3D realm, and it's something that is important to master, but it's not always the primary resource that helps us move forward. Money pays for source resources, for goods, for services, for support, but think about how many times in your life the universe has led the most gorgeous people into your life to help support you, even without you having to pay for it in terms of money. There's usually some sort of other energetic exchange, or what I call the karmic credit, where you're so appreciative of that support that maybe it's not directly back to that person, but it's certainly paid forward where you're going to assist somebody else when you're in a position that you can do that as well with your time, energy, and money. Cool? Okay, here's another thing that comes up when I ask people, what's holding you back from really achieving your goals? And they say, oh God, I just can't overcome this procrastination thing. I know I can do it, but there's something about me that's just holding me back. There's something missing. And again, I'm just going to tap into a broader spectrum here. And it's this concept of not enough resources. And really what that digs down into is a belief that says, I know that those resources are available, but they're not necessarily available to me. Right? And so that belief is there. But again, that's still not even the root cause. And the reason why I'm bringing these up, and there's a few more to come, is because so many people are thinking consciously what's holding them back. And yeah, that may be part of it, but I guarantee you, and I'm going to share some real life case studies with you, it's never the thing that's holding you back. That if you know what it is consciously, you're actually trying and you're doing something to try and overcome that, and it's not working, then there's something deeper. We'll get to that in a minute. And let me know if this is really valuable for you, if you resonate with any of these particular, excuses, if you like, or reasons of why we think, or rationale, the thing you think you know. By the way, I know that is one of the worst programs we can run, because it excludes any other portal of possibility of really tuning into what really is the information required, the wisdom required to be able to use that wisdom to move forward with more gracious experience, I suppose. So, and hey Delphine, hey Joanna, awesome. So another reason why when I say, well, what do you think is holding you back? And someone will say, well, I don't have the skills. I'm not really competent yet in that, so I don't feel comfortable. And well, guess what? That's not the reason holding you back either. Because would you agree that you could find somebody to help you with those skills, or you could practice and upskill and get better and more confident and competent? Yes, think of a time when you have done that and it's worked really well for you. You can do it. You can do all these things I've already expressed. So none of these things are the things that are holding you back in procrastination. There's more. Let me keep going. Another one is brain fog, or not clear enough on my direction yet. So I'll just sit here and hope that I'm going to have the clarity before I move forward and take action. It's not it either. But while we're there, let's just have a little chat about that one. The best way to get you in clarity is to move, not to sit and park. You want to get into gear. And when you get into gear, the GPS system, like you would in a car, it starts to give you some feedback about, oh, you're on path, off path, on path, off path. And so you want to move. It doesn't have to be fast, but you certainly want to move so you can get some feedback and discern, okay, right, I want to move. I want to take a left here. I want to go right. I want to go around the roundabout and and backtrack, whatever that is. But again, it's not even the lack of clarity that is holding you back. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to share it with you in a minute. Are these useful? Are these really helpful so far? It really excites me because I've really tapped into something so much more powerful in the last couple of weeks with doing so many energy block clearing calls for people. And there's just this consistent pattern coming up. So I'm wanting to share it with you so that you can stop beating yourself up for this procrastination thing and realize just simply what you're trying to do isn't working. And I'm going to give you an alternative way to move forward so you can get that momentum. Is that something that excites you? It should do. It really should. So another thing that the problem is not around procrastination is this sense of not having enough sense of purpose or a little strong enough purpose. You say, I don't know what my purpose is yet, so I'll just, I'll be content, or I'll just sit back, or I won't take a step forward yet because, what if that's not my purpose? Well, it's not even that, right? It really isn't even that. And that's just something that stops us from moving. And again, moving is probably the best thing you can do to get that feedback. But again, all of these things so far are not the problem for procrastination. They're just symptoms. They're just more symptoms. Is this resonating? For those of you that are on the live call, please let me know if this is truly resonating with you, because I want to know if it's hitting the mark and if it's valuable information. So the next thing too that, I know that a lot of people who are goal setters and business people, or usually ambitious, big hearts, you do have a sense of calling, a sense of purpose to help the world. Maybe that's not super clear what it is yet, but maybe you're still trying to find the right strategy in order to help you move forward and get the results that you want. Right? How many people have you seen who have the right strategy and they've got the step A to Z and they still don't take action? A lot. How many courses have you been into and you've witnessed, or maybe you've been one of them, but you've witnessed a lot of people who don't take the action because there's just something blocking them. And they're frustrated because I should know what to do. They're telling me exactly what to do, but I'm not taking it, moving forward. Maybe it's another strategy. So I'll just go and get another strategy. Please stop that before you burn yourself out. Nona says it is so resonating. Fantastic. Excellent. And anyone else, whether you're on the live or the replay, please drop your comments down below. Smash that love button. And if you're watching this on the replay, please subscribe if you're loving this, because I've got so much more coming. I've got lots and lots of amazing content and lots of resources, free, and opportunities to join me in groups with sensational value coming up in the near future. But in the meantime, don't miss out on any of this awesome content that you can use and implement now, right? Don't wait. Let's not be a procrastinator. Let's move, get results. And when you're in a more higher state of vibrational being, getting the results that you desire, you're a happier person. And that contributes so much more to the world and makes the world an even better place. Your energy then resonates and vibrates and adds to the global collective of helping other people light up and move forward with their greatness as well. So let's go through to two more that I want to share with you. So I've gone through so far the reasons why people think that they're not taking action. And, I've already said, they think it's poor time management. I just haven't got my time management sorted out yet. I've already addressed that. When something's important to you, you get it done, right? Done. So that excuse is invalid. Down. Don't have enough money is another excuse, another reason that people come up with. Well, why am I procrastinating? I don't have enough money. Nope. There's gazillions of money, trillions of money buzzing around on the internet and the universe right now. And you can just pull an idea from an idea and turn it into income in seconds. And I've proved it over and over and over again. So that excuse is debunked, right? The next one is, well, there are not enough resources, or they're not available to me. Like, you might see that other people are doing what you want to do, or you might see that those resources are out there, but you feel like they're not connected with you. That may be a belief you have, but it's still not the root cause. Oh, gosh, this stuff goes really deep. Another thing that comes up is, I don't have enough skills. I'm not competent at the skill that I'm at yet. So really underneath that, as well as this fear of not being valuable enough, or not offering, or fear of rejection. But still, that's not even the problem. You're getting excited to find out what it is. I'm going to tell you soon. Excuse me. And the next one I went through is brain fog, or not enough clarity for the direction of where you're going. So you kind of like, I'll just wait for that inspiration, but I'll sit still while I do it. Like waiting on the couch for Uber to deliver the inspiration to the door. Wake up call doesn't happen that way. You can meditate, yes, and go in and tune in and have that inspiration, but you still need to take inspired action, even if it's just a little one. And most often it's just a little one. We often overlook that little step, thinking, oh, I've just got to have the big unicorn and rainbow. Wah! And it's like, no, no. Let go of that program. You want to take those little inspired steps. But even then, have you noticed that even when you've taken inspired action and you got into the momentum, and then all of a sudden, like a lucky band, you pull back, right? You fling back. Well, guess what? That's not the problem either. The next one, the excuse or reason that people come up with why they're not moving forward with their goals and stuck in procrastination is, I'm not strong enough sense of purpose. And that's not it either. It really isn't. Or the right strategy. That's not it either. I've already covered these ones here as well. Two more. One, I don't feel worthy, right? And that's the kind of the unsaid. You don't want to say it, but it's something that like you're scared of it actually being set to you. Sorry, my time has gone off. There's something that's been, if someone rejects you, then that's going to amplify that sense of not feeling worthy, or not feeling good enough is the other one. Those are two programs that often run in the unconscious mind, but those still are not necessarily it. They're just holding you back in procrastination. So do you want to know what it is? Give me a big heck yes. Yes. Just hit the yes, or write down yes in the comment box down below if you want to know what the what's really holding you back. And while you're doing that, I'm going to share with you, in the title of this, I said 9 out of 10 goal setters can't overcome procrastination on their own. Are you one of them? And, there's a big distinct difference between goal setting and goal getting, right? Goal setting is when, with the conscious mind, we know we want something, so we set the goal, right? And we go through the right strategy and the right process and the right order and the right time, but we're not necessarily getting the results that we want, right? If that's you, then keep listening. Because the goal-getting part, that's actually driven by the subconscious mind. This is really important, so listen carefully. Because what I'm about to share with you is going to transform how you set your goals and get your goals, realizing them, manifesting them. So with the goal getting part, that's the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is different to the conscious mind. It's the automatic mind. It's the part that runs the entire system of your body, the operating system. You don't have to think about breathing and pumping, your heart pumping, and your liver metabolizing, and your stomach digesting food, and your bowel moving, and you don't have to think about any of that. That's all subconscious because the programs are set. Same is true when we have experiences in our life, or we have life events, or we've downloaded genealogically through the family programs, or we've adapted or adopted programs from other people or movies, TV, so anything suggested that's planted a seed of what the world view is and what's possible, not possible. All of that goes into your subconscious mind. And if the goal that you want is not aligned with the subconscious programming, you're already going to have enough difficulty trying to achieve it or manifest it, right? Because it's out of alignment. But what happens if there's something else as well? And this something else is something I've discovered with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of energy block clearing calls with my clients. Are you ready? How about before I tell you, I give you a few examples so that you really connect this, because this is not something you can know intellectually. This is something to embody. And when you get that shift, you have that experience, you no longer have those memories in your system, literally anchoring you back. So let me share a couple of examples just this week, and I'm going to change the names to honor these people so that they're not identified. But let me give you an example. Emma, who came to me, she's a competent vet. She's an exceptional vet and lots of personal development. And this is a common thread as well. If you've ever done lots of personal development, or if you've ever gone to a psychic and you've paid money to try and get your clarity of your future and what's holding you back and moving those blocks, that's great, and it's a possibility. And I'm psychic. We're all psychic, and if you tune into that, you can have that. But there's something better. There's something better. And the personal development world, great, but it's still not going to get you to clear these blocks, unlike this. So let me share it with you. Emma, who came to me, she's a competent vet and a business owner, absolutely sensational in the personal development world. She wants to sell her practice and focus all of her energy onto her coaching and consulting business, which she is fantastic at, right? But something's been holding her back. And she came to me, she said, Katie, I've got this horrible PTSD around an event that happened when I was in the vet surgery. I had a German Shepherd that literally tried to bite my face off through a surgical procedure. And ever since then, it's totally disrupted my life. And I said to her, because I knew intuitively straight away, I said to her, okay, well, let's work on that. But if it's not that, would you be okay to discover what it is? And she said, yes, whatever it is that we need to move it. Well, when I took her through this process, what it was actually a few years before that process where she had a situation, an event in her life where an employee did embezzle money from her business and pulled in other workers within the business and got them involved too, unbeknownst to them. And that experience energetically created the fear of literally having her life force energy taken away from her, which then when you activate those fear energies, you will keep attracting things that will manifest the great fear that you have, which is why it's so important to clear the fear and release the resistance so that you can step into a love frequency, and in the love frequency, focusing in a creation mode. If you're in a fear frequency, you might consciously set the goal over here, but then subconsciously, you're going to focus your energy on the thing you fear the most. And then the universe is going to bring all that energy to you in all sorts of formats to deliver that, to prove to you, because that's your reticular activating system in your brain firing off, projecting it onto the screen of life, saying, well, this is what I'm asking for. Energetically, not verbally, energetically. Yes, I want this, but shit. Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I'm afraid of that showing up, right? So we did that clearing, and it was an immediate shift for her, and we're still waiting for the extra results, because that was really only recently, but it was profound energetically to watch her whole body shift when we went through this process. Let me give you another one. Marlene, she's a nurse. And like all nurses, big carers, big hearts. Most of you in here are all healers of some form too, in either some sort of modern day healing profession, or maybe you're in a metaphysical healing profession. But she's like, I feel like my soul's calling me and preparing me for something so much bigger. I want to shift from nursing. I'm bored. I want to move that and take that love and caring skill, and I want to move it into being a global online entrepreneur. I said, great. What's holding you back? She said, I feel like in my family that my role to play is the nurse, and my brother and my sister, they're the ones who are making all the money. They're the ones that are the entrepreneurs, and they're the ones that my dad's proud of, and all these sorts of things going on. And I have to tell you, Marlene is in her 50s, right? She's not like, and the reason I tell you this is because it doesn't matter how old you are, subconsciously, we're still seeking approval from mama and papa, right? At some level, we still are. So I went through a process with her, and essentially, she thought that she was stuck in this identity role. But when we went through this process, she discovered that an event a few decades ago where she literally resuscitated her father when he had collapsed, and her mum and her sister were on the scene. She was already a nurse, but her mum and her sister weren't practical, that was her words, and she was doing this role, and she felt like that was the role she was destined to be and to continue forward. So she had a real stick in her identity around that role, and thought that was something that her dad wanted of her, to be proud of her. When we went through this process, what she realized is her dad loved her and was proud of her anyway and had no attachment to her. It was her that had taken on that role. And so it instantly released her from all of that attachment holding her back to that old identity to be able to move her forward. So my question to you is, like, what's really holding you back? And you might think that it is an event or a belief that you have, and they may be connected. But if you've been trying to work on those things and they still haven't resolved, let me know if that's been you, because there's 9 out of 10 people are in the same boat. You're not alone. Doesn't that feel good to know that? And doesn't it feel good to know that there's an alternative solution? So what is it, Katie? Well, you need to do that deep dive. You need to do that energy clearing. You need to be able to get in and clear that trauma, that energetic trauma. It could be chemical trauma, emotional trauma, physical trauma, financial trauma, emotional trauma. Any of those things will keep us stuck because they disrupt the signals to the cells in your body. And what that really means is it disrupts your nervous system, your life force energy, the flow of life. Because if you're in disruption around your nervous system and you go into fear, then it's the opposite of love. When you're in fear, you're in fight, flight, freeze. You're looking for the threat in life. And so you're going to go forward and back, but everything you do, every decision you make is going to be based on, how am I going to protect myself? Versus when you're in a love frequency and you've cleared that energy block, you're in a healed state, in a healing state, you integrate that, then that will allow that life force energy to flow, and you have a much more discerning, receptive, observant experience in life, and you can be much more intuitive in your action and really be more responsive instead of reactive in your choices. Is this valuable to be aware of this? Give me a heck yes down below, or a yes, yes. Excellent, awesome. Rachel, Delphine, Nona, awesome, love it. Keep going. Let me know if this has been super valuable, and just drop it down below in the comment box. Smash that love button, hit the subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you would like to have an energy block clearing, reach out to me. At the time of doing this live, I've actually got a 75% off my normal rate. It's at $97 US for an experience to have that. If you'd like to accelerate through that, feel free to reach out to me and do that. If it's not me, choose someone in your world that you resonate with, right? Make sure you do the work, because you don't necessarily do it all on your own. And I want to let you know, it's not because that you're not competent or you can't, or you're not good enough. It's just the way we are. We get so stuck in our programs. We often need somebody else outside of ourselves who is competent and skilled to be able to help you energetically release that. So get a healer to help you heal that quickly. Stop wasting your time, energy, and resources. And most importantly, stop wasting your greatness by holding back, thinking that you're just going to figure it out. Invest in yourself, make that leap, take that action, because I promise you what will open up for you is the most glorious pathway of possibility and opportunity and inspired action for you to move forward. And you'll wonder why you didn't do it earlier. So I'll drop a link down below if you want to grab that this week. If it's beyond this week and you see this link, it may be over, but you can still reach out to me and find out how you can maybe grab a call or connect. And there's lots of resources that I have available, particularly in the Awakened Soul Revolution group in Facebook groups. There's heaps of trainings available, as well as on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe or connect with us in the group to access all of those. And please, if you found this valuable, please share it. Share it with those that you know who could also benefit from this, because how many people do you know who feel stuck and don't really understand why they can't move forward? Really ambitious, smart, intelligent, really big-hearted people still stuck. I've just given you the biggest reason why, and there's an opportunity to accelerate moving forward. Quit using the old strategies of trying to overcome it because they're just not working. And if they're not working for you, try this one. What have you got to lose? I'll tell you what you've got to lose: procrastination. And you've got to lose that lowered self-esteem and that fear of not being good enough and that fear of not being worthy and that fear of not being valuable. All of that you're going to lose, because you're going to gain a sense of confidence. You're going to gain a sense of purpose. You're going to gain a sense of immediate pull into action, because you've cleared the anchor that's been holding you back. Bling, you'll fly forward. You'll feel great. You'll feel confident and valuable within yourself. You will feel radiant with love and light. Those are the gifts that I promise you, because I've seen them hundreds of times, again and again, that will happen every time that you step into clearing those energy blocks and allowing yourself to move forward. So shifting from just goal setting into the goal getting, but you've got to clear that block that's in between and allow yourself that gift. Mwah! Spread the love, light, and manifesting lots of magic.